Welcome, friends. Lethargic Sloth here, and well, it's the weekend, and it's been a couple days again. I keep having these little lapses in time where I don't get back with y'all. It's because I'm working a lot, about 80 hours a week right now. Plus, we have holiday going on, as it's soon going to be our Independence Day, 4th of July. So we've got all kinds of things happening at the moment, and that's kind of kept me off my channel a little bit. But yeah, I want to get back into story time here and talk about some of the stuff that I have been meaning to talk about. I have a lot of photos. I take a lot of photos around the country, specifically of animals and landmarks and stuff. Those are my favorite things to do. So what I want to do is share with you all some of my experiences traveling across the USA. And I would like to talk about, my ambitious project that I've been working on since, I guess, 2005. Which is taking a picture at every state sign in the United States and picking the dumbest and dorkiest costumes I can, reflecting stereotypes of those states or just whatever I see fit or funny about each state. So yeah, I started this project a long time ago, and it's really something I'm proud of that I've been able to get a lot of it done. Unfortunately, I'm still missing quite a few states, but I'd like to reinvigorate this project again and get this completed within the next couple of years. Good thing is a lot of states are in clusters that I could go visit. I could fly to Massachusetts, for instance, and, hit, I guess, 6 of them there. 7, because I still need New York as well. So, yeah, it's been a fun project. It's been good to me, but I'd like to share the photos that I have with you right now. And then I will upload all these onto Facebook, my Facebook account. So you can look in my link on my homepage, and I'll put a link in the comment section that'll say my Facebook page if you want to add me on there, or just look up the photos. I think I've made the photos public, so you can do that without adding me if you don't want to. But if you do, please feel free. I will be more than happy to accept your friend request. So yeah, let's take a look at some of these pictures and hopefully laugh at them together. So here we go, we've adjusted now. I wanted to make myself small, so I'm up here in the corner. I wanted you to be able to see the pictures more than me in this video because, yeah, we're going to see how this goes, and you can see the pictures better, not me. So, well, I've been to a lot of states, and as you can see from this map, all the states that are in blue I have been to. I haven't gotten state sign pictures in all of them. For 2 that I can think of off the top of my head, I don't have Arizona and I don't have New York, although I've been to Arizona and New York multiple times. The reason being is I've flown into Phoenix and I've driven into Manhattan through Maryland and Jersey there, but I didn't have a state sign there. I have the Welcome to Manhattan sign, but unfortunately I've got pictures in New York, which I put some of those in here to show, but I don't actually have the state sign picture, so New York is still on the to-do list. Another one that was challenging that I don't technically have a state sign picture for is Hawaii, but I did a replacement here, so you'll see when I get to Hawaii. But let's go ahead and start. So, California. Terribly hideous gold shirt. That was actually my collegiate coral shirt. You see my trademark hat there. Yes, it really is that old. I think this picture was from 2009. Yeah, terrible sunglasses too. I don't remember where I got them. I think I bought those in Nevada. Because I saw them at a gas station and they looked horrible, so I had to buy them. I've always been like this. It's not just me wearing things for video. I see things that look terrible and I'm like, I gotta have that, and I buy them. So really, I knew the flowers on the sign were orangish like that, so I wanted to match them, and I think I did a pretty good job looking horrible and wearing that gold tie. If you can see the tie there, it's terrible, but fun memory nonetheless. Next, Colorado. It's not a good picture, to be honest, because I just took this passing. I lived in Wyoming for many years, and we would go past the Colorado border quite a bit. So I don't know why I didn't get more creative. I guess I took advantage of the fact that we went to Colorado like every other weekend, so I didn't really do a creative photo. Now, the funny thing is about this is look at the sign. Welcome to colorful Colorado, and it's that nasty brown sign. I mean, that's on the border between Laramie, Wyoming, and Fort Collins, Colorado, if you know the area. I went to the school at the University of Wyoming for university for 5 years. I ended up getting 2 degrees from the University of Wyoming, and almost a third. I could have gotten 4 if I would have stayed another semester, but I wasn't doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I just kept going past that border so many times. I don't know. One day I took a picture and it ended up being this, and it's not good at all. The sign's bad, and I'm wearing a Wyoming outfit because I guess I don't know. I don't know why I did that. So Delaware is next, and it's funny, in a lot of these you'll see my car parked there because there's a pull-off. Some of these are quite dangerous, by the way, where you have to park literally on the side of the road, get out of your car, run to the sign, there's traffic passing, and you have to run back. It's really easy in the west to do this. It's really hard in the east. But thankfully here you've got the west, or the east, and you've got a little pull-off by the state sign because they know people are going to want to take pictures by the sign. So being that it's the first state, yeah, and I was really fat here. I really hate this picture, but it's cool to get a picture in Delaware, I guess. I was on my way to visit my friend in Fenwick Island, Delaware, and stayed in Delaware for a couple days, which was really cool. Georgia. Georgia, I went to the University of Georgia. That was my grad school. I got my master's degree from the University of Georgia, so I had to wear the hat. Actually wearing a shirt that my sister bought me, which was University of Southern Indiana. I don't think I had gotten a Georgia shirt yet because this picture I was driving to Athens, Georgia for the first time ever, so I'd never actually been there, and I didn't have any gear other than my hat. I miss that hat too. Some guy is walking around with it in Costa Rica. I gave it to him because he was like begging for the hat. Yeah, it's a long story, but he gave me a little tour around Punta Arenas, so he wanted the hat, so I gave him the hat out of the kindness of my heart. But I missed that hat. But yeah, it's the Georgia sign, kind of cool, like the peach. Talk about the Olympics, of course. A lot of these are old, so they'll have governors that are no longer there, and in one case, one of them's in jail, so that's funny too, but that's Georgia. And this is what I did for Hawaii. I didn't have a Hawaii state sign to get a picture with, so me and my friends, it got myself, my friend Keone, Josh, and Nick, and we went to the downtown Hilo sign and got a picture there, and so yeah, I figure that counts for Hawaii because at least you can tell it's Hawaii. Yeah, I went to Hawaii for my 21st birthday, actually. I was there, and yeah, I still have a headache from the night of drinking that ensued that night because I never gotten drunk before my 21st birthday, and I had a lot of vodka. Next, we have Idaho. And that's a different hat. That's actually a black hat. I think that's one of my friends. Don't know why I chose to go with that for Idaho. Kind of a boring picture. Idaho is a beautiful state, though. Lots of mountains. I don't know why I went with black shirt, hat. Like I said, some of these don't have any story or sense. Some of them are just, I'm tired, I want to get the damn picture quickly and go. And I think this was one of those. This is where I was talking about the governor being in jail. Rod Blagojevich. Yeah, he's in jail. At least he was. I don't know if he's been released since, but this is an old picture, as you can tell for that. Again, I was driving cross country with my friend, and I think we were just trying to get there fast, so I didn't do anything creative with Illinois. Again, just wearing my University of Wyoming gear. Not a very good picture. Indiana. Yeah. I lived here for 19 years, and this is the best picture I could come up with. You can't even see me. I need to redo this one, and I promise I will make my state proud. I was born in Indiana, probably pretty close to where that star is on the map. Northwest Indiana, about 40 minutes from Lake Michigan, is where I grew up, near Chicago. So this is my state sign for my state, and this is the picture that I took because I don't know. I was home for Christmas break, and I think I asked my sister to go with me, and I think she took this, but we got there too late, and this is what it came up with. Pathetic. Iowa. I don't know what the smug look is about. I think I was going for Field of Dreams, and I don't know how I did that. At least that was the idea in my head before I came in there, and it just doesn't work. It's a terrible picture. But Iowa, yeah. Gotta love Iowa. Iowa's actually, I enjoyed driving through it. Hilly and kind of a pretty state. It's definitely underrated. Kansas. I don't know. I don't know why I'm just flexing. I was going to go for Superman. I was going to have the Superman shirt because of Smallville, Kansas. And I was going to have the Superman shirt, but I didn't have a Superman shirt back then. I do now, but I didn't have one then. So I guess I just went with the flexing picture. Doesn't really say Superman, does it? Oh, this is hilarious and terrible at the same time. Welcome to Kentucky. So Kentucky's famous, of course, for the Kentucky Derby horse race. So I took my little stuffed horse that my dad got me when I was a baby and took it down there and pretended to be a jockey. Looked ridiculous. I bet people driving by thought I was out of my mind. And yeah, I am sitting there with a horse, beanbag horse thing. Great. Okay. Oh, this one I thought was so clever. Oh, Paris. Paris is being annoying. This one I thought was so incredibly clever. Maryland has crabs. I was going to visit my friend, and so I made that little sign, and thought it was so original at the time. And my friend Kinky John, I've mentioned him in a couple videos. I asked Kinky John if that sign was clever, and he said no, that's terrible, and everybody uses that on shirts and everything, and so no, it's not original at all. So I had my Baltimore Ravens gear and went and took this picture and felt intelligent until I realized how stupid it was, but that's life. I still like this one, though, I have to admit. I mean, it's stupid, but I like it. Another one. You know, I got this the same day as I did the Indiana one, and I've been to Michigan so many times, being that we're a border state, and I just went when it was late, and this is what we got. And I'm wearing a Michigan shirt, but you can't even see that. It's a terrible picture. It's one I need to rectify next time I make it to the Midwest. I haven't been to Indiana in that area in, I guess it's been 7 years now. So I haven't been home in 7 years. We'll see. Maybe someday in the future I'll go back and do some filming even. I'd like to at least film my county fair. It's kind of impressive. This one I kind of like. Okay, you can't really tell what I'm holding, but if you can, it's a hockey stick. I was wearing a hockey jersey. This could have worked better if I had a camera person and I wasn't taking the picture myself. I like the concept. It just didn't turn out so well. But I was trying to go for hockey here for Minnesota. It's not in focus, so it's not the best picture in the world. It's okay. Missouri. This is another one, yep, there's my car. Have to run for your life. This is a terribly dangerous place. I'm just parked on the side of the road. There's cars whizzing by. This is probably the second most dangerous sign I got. And this is right after you cross the Mississippi River. So as I'm getting this photo taken, I had somebody obviously taking the photo for me. We were traveling to Washington, D.C. and coming back from a conference, and I can see the Mississippi River as I was taking this picture, so it's a lot prettier in front of me than it was behind me. But yeah, this was a more dangerous photo to take. Montana, basic cowboy hat. I've got a lot of pictures with the cowboy hat. I had a couple different cowboy hats. I used to always dress all Western sometimes. Again, that is a terrible shirt. It's like green and red. I like some of my cowboy shirts. That one's definitely not one of my better ones. But yeah, I mean, Montana, it's appropriate. I like the sign a little bit. It looks kind of cool. Nebraska. This kind of just says Nebraska. I mean, Nebraska is just so... I believe this is on the... I can't remember which side. I guess it's on the western side because, the eastern side is really green and the western side is kind of like this, plains. So I had a Nebraska hoodie. I took the photo there. Yeah, it worked out okay. This is my favorite one of all the photos. I was definitely going for the prospector look. I got the terrible mustache. Just not very good at all. Oh, the black hat, the white shirt, the black coat. I think this is my favorite of all of them. It's stupid, it's funny, it's just me. Yeah, so I like it. This is also one that I think is pretty funny. I was going for Bon Jovi. I don't know why I was going for specifically Bon Jovi. I look more like, I don't know, terrible greaser gangster type. But again, I'm wearing the terrible sunglasses that I bought in Nevada. That coat came from Kansas, and yeah, I think the shirt was from Maryland. So all the stuff I'm wearing is from all these different states. It just makes the story a little more interesting, I think. That's Jersey. New Mexico. I like this for the fact of, A, it's kind of funny that there's holes in the sign like that. Somebody was actually shooting at the sign, which is humorous to me. Looks terrible for that reason, but it's funny. I like that it's at sunset. So I really kind of like this. I was going for a biker here. I don't know why, but I like the sky here. I think it's a beautiful background. This is just New York. This is obviously the Statue of Liberty. I've been there. I didn't go to the Statue of Liberty. I still have to do that someday, but I've been to New York. I've been to Manhattan, and I've been to the Bronx. And been to JFK. Been to the city 3 or 4 times. Once we were in a concert or conference, so we drove up from Washington D.C. to New York, spent the day there, and then the other times I was going to the airport at JFK, and I had to go from Newark, so I took the day and went through New York a little bit more. I've been there a couple times. I need to see more of it, but yeah, it was a fun picture to throw in just to prove I've been to New York. North Carolina, again, pretty interesting. I'm wearing the Carolina Panthers hat. That's their NFL football team, American football. Checkered flag for racing. Yeah, this is a more detailed picture. I like it okay. So, Warren County, North Carolina. North Dakota. No, I'm okay with this one, minus the fact that I'm actually blocking Teddy Roosevelt on the sign. Not liking that. The fact that I'm blocking the face, but all in all, it turned out okay. It's an okay picture. Ohio. Blurry. Why did I waste my photo on this? I don't know. I'm wearing an Ohio shirt, University of Ohio, that I found. I still have that shirt. I don't know why I didn't check my photos and then take a more clear picture being there. These are so hard to do, and you have to drive across a whole state in order to be able to get a lot of these, and I don't check the photographs to make sure I have one that works. It's pathetic, really. And it's all in the Midwest, so I'm going to have to redo all these. Oklahoma. Well, got the American flag shirt. Garth Brooks was my inspiration for this. Got the Oklahoma. I went to do the 3 signs right there at the Oklahoma, New Mexico, Texas border. So I hit all of those on the same day. And unfortunately, Oklahoma was the one that I got to the latest. So unfortunately, this is what I got rather than a nicer picture in lighter conditions. Oregon. I don't know why I have this picture here specifically. I have another one with a hatchet. It's I'm supposed to be a lumberjack here. So I have the old shirt, and I had a little hatchet that I was using for an axe. I'll have to put that on my Facebook, and you can see that one. That's a little more entertaining. This one's kind of bland. Pennsylvania. Now, the reason I'm lifting my hand in the air was a sign that my friends and I used to do for our friend Curtis, the Mac Daddy. And we'd kind of do a wave. He's from Pennsylvania, so we had to do the Mac Daddy wave at the sign. It's an inside joke. It's not really funny unless you're in our little group of friends from University of Wyoming, but we thought it was funny. So Pennsylvania. Turns out better when I have like local gear on for each state. South Carolina. This was another one that was very freaking dangerous. Gosh, there were so many cars here. Lancaster County. Oh, Rock Hill, South Carolina. This was one of the most insane places to get this photos. Oh. I was by myself here. I was driving down to South Carolina to get this state sign picture. And then I was going to drive up the coast to Maryland to see my friend. So I was going to North Carolina to see a friend there, and then going to go to Chincoteague and Assateague Island in Virginia, some of the barrier islands around Virginia, just to check out some mythology stuff, and then seeing my friend in Maryland. So this is the southernmost point that I went to, South Carolina. South Dakota. Again, I'm blocking the sign. I have no awareness for blocking these signs, and kind of ruins the photo a little bit. But I wanted to go white hat for South Dakota, black hat for North Dakota, so hence the difference there. But and I wanted to do South Dakota on one side, North Dakota on the other. They're supposed to be inverted, but I failed to do that. Tennessee. This is another one I like a lot. American flag shirt. My acoustic guitar. I love that guitar. I sold that guitar, and I hate myself for that. But Tennessee, yeah. I like Tennessee a lot. We used to go all the time for a country music festival every year. So we'd go to Nashville and stay for about a week every year. My college buddies and I. One of my friends lived in Indiana, so we'd drive down, get him, and then go down there. And we did that for many years. And I missed that a lot. So, Tennessee. Texas. Yeah, this was part of my Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma quest. I was actually coming down here in this area to get away from Laramie, Wyoming, because I was taking the college GRE to get into grad school, and I needed to completely clear my head. So what I ended up doing was going to a Pat Green concert in Colorado. I was in Denver for the night, went to the concert, drove down to New Mexico, slept in my car the night, got a hotel the next night, went around and did the state sign thingies, but I think I left late, obviously, as you can see here. And then I went stargazing that night in New Mexico, and it was the prettiest sky to the day I've ever seen for watching stars. I was outside of Raton, New Mexico. Just beautiful. But yeah, I hit Texas while I was down there. I've been to Texas before. I just hadn't had a chance to do the state sign, so I did here. And just another from Texas. They had a concrete sign similar to Oklahoma as well. Utah, again, I have zero awareness for where the camera is and where my big fat face is. And yeah, that turned out pretty bad. Utah changed their sign, by the way, so I think I need to get a different one. A lot of these are probably different now, so I'll have to update a lot of them. Virginia. This was another dangerous one, if I remember correctly. I think I had to park kind of far up and then walk back to it, if I remember. But it's a nice sign. I like it. Just simple. And yeah, I like it. Works. Washington. Oh, this is one of those. I'm pissed. I want to get the sign quickly and then keep going because we had to drive from Washington back to Wyoming to make it to school. We were on spring break. I had just driven across the state of Washington, and my friends had taken over driving, and I was sleeping, but I told them to wake me up when we got to the state sign, so they did. We took this picture at the Washington state sign. I believe this was Idaho, Washington, and I'd already gotten Idaho, so we got Washington and then kept going and made it back to school. West Virginia. Well, I had the hat and shirt because out of high school, the only school I applied to was the University of West Virginia. It was the only one I wanted to go to. I had a friend that wanted to go, and we were going to go together. Well, I got accepted, and he decided not to go. There was some girl that he was dating, and he decided just not to do it. So I was kind of like, yeah, do I want to go? Do I want to go? I ended up staying home for the first year of college. It wasn't a good decision, but yeah, I had all that shirts and hats from West Virginia, and yeah, looks nice with the sign. I think it turned out very well. This is a sign that's over the interstate, so we had to angle it, and yeah, it was another of the more dangerous ventures. Wisconsin. I kind of hate this picture because this is a Chicago Bears shirt. The cheese on my head, that hoodie, that's the rivals of my team, the Chicago Bears. They're the Green Bay Packers. Hate the Packers. Used to like them. I liked their quarterback, Brett Favre. Big fan of him growing up, but I've always been a Bears fan. So, this is more embarrassing to me now that I've been a complete Bears fan for a very long time. And but I like this picture. It's got the snow. It's got everything you expect for Wisconsin. I like it. Yeah, it works. Wyoming. I lived there for 5 years. Beautiful state. I love the mound of dirt there. You got some of the rocky formations. Yeah, this is one I really like. I'm wearing my Wyoming hat and shirt. Again, took it the same day as the Colorado. It's boring, but yeah, I like it. I really like that state sign picture too. It's really nice. I ended up going to that. That's called Devil's Tower on the state sign picture there. And I have pictures from there too. I'll maybe make a video about that someday, and I'll post those pictures on Facebook right after. Mount Rushmore, South Dakota. I just decided at the end of the video to put some of the cooler places that I've been to. So Mount Rushmore was definitely one of them. I've got a funny story about animals from Mount Rushmore, and I'll talk about that in the future as well. This is talking to our state representative, Pete Visklosky from Indiana, and I was at a conference called Citizenship Washington Focus. I won a free trip to Washington, D.C. through 4-H. And so, yeah, we got to go meet with our representative here. And the White House. I was in much better shape right there. Yeah, that was my first trip to the White House. I've seen it multiple other times since, but that was the first time I got to go. Again, blocking the White House, but I was just having fun at all the monuments and stuff on that trip. It was more about being a goofball on this trip. Oh, that's all of them. So I wanted, this is an ambitious project that I started a long time ago. I'm very passionate about it. I've still got to get Alaska, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. Got to do New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Hampshire. I've got to do Vermont, Maine, and Arkansas, I believe. So I've still got 11 or 12 to go, and I have to redo some others. So I'm going to be doing that. I have to get every state. I really do. Alaska's going to be a real challenge. I don't know how I'm going to do that, or if I'm going to just have to do a city sign like in Hawaii. being the Alaska, Canada, US border, sometimes it's kind of difficult because sometimes you just have welcome to the USA or you have welcome to Canada. I have a picture of like welcome to Canada and welcome to the USA when I drove to Vancouver one time. So yeah, I have driven across the United States multiple times, coast to coast. I've got a lot of trips. I decided, I wanted to do a lot of stuff when I was young, so when I was busy and working, I wouldn't have as much time, and I felt it important to see as much of my country as I possibly could. There's a lot more I want to do, but sometimes work gets in the way, or I want to travel overseas, and so I don't miss out on some of the stuff in my own country. I've lived in Oregon for many years now, and I haven't gone out and seen as much as I want to. So I'm going to be going out and checking out some of the local areas, and I am buying a GoPro, and I'll be doing that. Going to go to Crater Lake and the ocean and some of these sea caves and some famous parks and stuff. And a lot of it's A, I want to get more fit. I want to get in good shape. And B, I just want to make videos out in the wilderness a little bit too. So along with the music videos, I'll also have some of these other videos as well. So look for that. I want to show off my country. I want to hopefully travel to your country. Wherever you live, I want to go and see the sights and talk about your country and meet up with people and have them show me stuff that you wouldn't normally see as a tourist. I just want these videos to get better and better, show my passion for traveling and animals and music. That's really the essence of my life. So I'm excited for the future and ready to go out and see the world and more of my state. So going to be doing that coming up. I just have to get some time. I'm off my second job July 12th, so I'll have a lot more time for videos after that. But I hope maybe you enjoyed this. I just did this for fun. I'm going to post all these pictures on Facebook probably in about a week, and you can see these pictures there if you want to. And I'll keep updating that. What I'll do is I'll do a lot of picture/story videos, and then I'll post the pictures on Facebook right afterwards. But I'm happy to do this video. It's just a change of pace. Hope you can get to know me a little better. It's me rambling freely. I don't even know how long this is going to end up being, but it's just fun to make. So I've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And now I'm going to go make some music videos. I'm going to be coming out with Australia, the top 5 from the past 5 years. And I've got a lot of requests to do. Thank you for watching the video. Please let me know in the comment section below, what states would you like to visit the most? If you're from the US, if you're from another country, what would you like to see most of the US? I'm always interested in that topic, seeing where people from other places want to visit if they possibly can. I always get, New York, LA, places like that, but those are so common. Are there any other places you want to see or things that you've always wanted to experience? The US is a huge country. A lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to see. So is there anything specific you want to see and hope to see someday? Can't wait, and I hope you get the chance to visit. It's a beautiful country, so hopefully I can share a little bit of that with you as well. So for now, Lethargic Sloth